In this episode we move south of Hobart about 20 minutes to a little place called Snug Beach. Look how clear that water is. Near Snug Beach we found the Margate train, which is an old set of railway carriages turned into designer and craft outlets. Heading further south we found the little timber town of Geveston, where the entire town is filled with the most amazing chainsaw carvings. This timber offcut, according to the counted rings, is 2,000 years old. From Geveston we moved on to Southport, which is the southernmost hotel in Australia, and of course we had to have a beer. This was before our drive down to Cockle Creek, which is the southernmost point that you can drive to. You can walk further or hike further, however we had Puggy with us and unfortunately we weren't able to do the hike. She had one job to do, one thing. That's all she needed. And it was that. And this is how we have to eat our pie. The next day it was on the ferry again and over to Bruny Island. North and South Bruny Island are separated by an area called the Neck, which is bordered on either side by the ocean. It forms a narrow isthmus which is not much wider than the width of a road, and a little bit of grass on each side, joining the two islands together. One of the highlights of Bruny Island is visiting the Bruny Island baker. The Bruny Island baker stocks this old fridge every day with fresh sourdough and other baked treats. It works on an honesty system, and everybody puts their money in the tin and takes their loaf of bread. Hip camp versus wiki camps. I know which one I choose. Of course, Bruny Island is not just about long walks on the beach, it's also about lots and lots of tastings. We started out at the chocolate factory, which was extremely expensive and not very nice, but moved on to the honey pot, and here we made a few purchases, finishing up of course with the cheese, beer and bread. The things which Bruny Island is most famous for. And this is our haul from Bruny Island.
Plus about 6 packets of cheese.
The work in the fields is also
sourdough. We'll wash that down with some Bruny Island IPA. these little buggers. Absolute heaven. After sampling the delights of southern Tasmania, we started to head north, and our first stop was the quaint little historic village of Ross. Pugsley got some downtime. Now Ross was supposed to have the Tasmania's best vanilla slice. However, there were two bakeries. We tried the award-winning one, and it wasn't much good at all. Then we moved on to this one, which was far superior. To top it all off, Kerry enjoyed her scallop pie. We got to learn a little bit about wool. And apparently this is what an award-winning dress looks like. Merino wool adorned with zip ties.